Salute. Peace and power, peace and power. Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation, questions, answers, comments, concerns, dialogue. This is a space for intelligence, for intellect. This is a space for smarts, thinking, critical thinking. This is a space of integrity. This is a space of love. This is your space. This is a space where we are working on a united front as we seek a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information in the chat for the duration of class and throughout the class. Fund this war effort. Consistently at war. We are consistently at war. If you or anybody you know is in need of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, if you or somebody you know is in need of NA, Narcotics Anonymous, book an assessment. Or if it is an extreme emergency, dial 911. Get your people some help. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, book an assessment. Find out your warning signs. Yeah, your warning signs. Find out what triggers you. Don't wait until it's too late. If you are, anyone you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of intimate relationship abuse, consultation, please book an assessment. Find out the characteristics that you should be aware of. Find out of the behaviors that should alarm you, things that should alert you. Okay, remember, the life you save could be your own. Wow. Definitely wasn't expecting to come on this early today, and definitely wasn't expecting to come on speaking on this subject. Definitely did not want to do it. I never want to have to hold a class dealing with the demise of a young person. That is something that I don't take pleasure in, whether it's via gun violence, whether it is accidental, and definitely, most definitely not in this case, what is believed to be an overdose. Definitely not. Definitely not. So I want you all to tag everyone that you know who may be struggling with an issue. I want to address them. I want you to tag yourselves if you are in need of extra assistance because you yourself may be struggling with an issue. Yeah, tag everybody. Tag the whole family. You know, tag a whole family because this here, man, you know. Well, we'll get into it. First of all, let's see who's in class, man. Who's in class? Again, it's an early class. I know it's going to be like as many are en route to pick up them kids and stuff. But let's see who's here. Dust Fro 517. Peace. Peace, G. We see you. We see you. Sean Jenkins is in the spotty spot. Philip Boone is in the spotty spot. Ken Williams, we see you. Tierra is here. Zone 864 TV. Blackleaf. Marcus Haynes. Rogie. Rogie, how's a 55 for you, Rogie? Yeah, firm 55, Rogie. Yeah, we know what you be doing the course of your day. Yeah. Miss Reels is in the spotty spot. What up, Miss Reels? GB, what's going on? Rick Gatling. Matthew Wilson. We see you up in here. Big Red. Yeah, we see you, Big Red. You getting your weight up, I see. Yeah, Big Red got him about a 72 average. We see you, Big Red. That's right. Saul, what's going on? We see you. CDP, 55 CD. Yeah. Big Colorado's in the spot. What's going on? Uncle Murder, Black and Yellow. Yes, we see you. Martell, Majestic. Martell, 55. Yeah. Marshy, we see you. What's going on? How you feeling, Marshy? We see you. Yeah. Stony Stone, Mississippi. We see you. Yeah. M.I. Crooked Letter. What's going on? Joel, what up, Joel? Yeah. What? Threat. Pax TV. Back in the spot. Horace. 55, Horace. 55. Yeah. We got the Grustler. The Global Hustler. Cuckoo the Bag of Bones from Zurich, Switzerland. In here bright and early. Must have just got off work. Just got out of the shower. Sipping on his Swiss Miss Cocoa and all that. Zurich, Switzerland's in the house. Go cop that. Go cop that underground star. Yeah, he's in the building. John Doe. What up? TC Harris. 55 TC. R.J. Gardner. What up, Angel? We see you. Marguerite, we see you. Yeah. Mars Bars, what's going on? What? The Bourbon Shop, 55, Detroit, 55, Motown. Coming on up in here. We ain't see the Bourbon Shop in here in about 80 months, y'all. 55 for the Bourbon Shop. Yeah. Jeez, what up? Yeah, we see you. Yeah, we see you. See, Blaze, make sure you got them down. See, Blaze, a sniper. Make sure you got them 55s. Cool K Kane. Yeah. We got to get to it. As some of you know, man, what catches me off guard is certain things. When I get certain pieces of news and information, I always remember when and where I got it. I was actually watching 9/11. I actually saw what they said was the second plane hit. I was going to the parole board on that day. 9/11. I remember that. Um, I think I remember every time one of my homies got hit with a shell casing, and almost every time that they got hit, I was the one who performed CPR on them. I always remembered that. I remember exactly where I was when I heard about Pac, when I heard about Big. These things don't escape me, right? I was actually with my son when we heard about Kobe. Um, and I was actually talking to him today. We were in the kitchen. My daughter was there as well, and we was talking about the industry and, their aspirations of wanting to, uh, you know, show their creativity in it. And like I said, I have the most talented kids, and me being on this side of it, that for me is so triggering because I understand it. But I also understand that these are the things that they came up around. And our children are very impressionable. So we have to work hard to be the main influencer in their lives, because things could get out of whack very, very quickly. So as we're talking, and we're getting in a heated discussion because they have their understanding of reality. I have my history, experience, and understanding of reality. So we have some very deep discussions, but I always listen. As many of you know, I'm a great listener. I listen, I understand, I push back. You understand? So we were actually ending our discussion and parting ways up in the house, right? Because I have work to do. My daughter just came back from her college classes and she was tired. My boy was putting on the finishing touches on his latest album. So he goes in the room, he comes back, he said, "Rich homie Quan." I said, "What about him?" He said, "Yo." First he said they got him. I said, "They got him? What are you talking about?" He said, "I don't know. Something is coming through the news feeds." And when it came through, he said, no, they saying he passed away. So, of course, I told you, my daughter's 19. So she is in the age range where she knows more about his music than anything. Not into the lifestyle or understanding what lifestyle he was involved in, but she know the music, Man, remember, we talking about the kids who grew up on Vine and who grew up on Snap and who grew up on what's the other little app that they had? Musically and all that and dancing. So we just pause for a few seconds until the information start running. So when I started to search and I'm looking, I said, okay, I have to, speak on this real quick. And this is one of the paragraphs I happened to pull. Rumors of Rich Homie Quan passing away started spreading on social media on Thursday, September 5th. People were saying the rapper died of an overdose or heart attack, but no real sources spoke up to let fans know the truth. Young Thug's fan page, Thugger Daily, was among the most prominent accounts spreading the unalive rumor online. Thugger Daily claimed two good sources, quote unquote, said it was likely true, but nothing was confirmed yet. And that was one of the first joints. And then I actually went to Twitter and I did see another tweet from Young Thug's account saying, hearing rich homie Quan passed away today due to a possible OD. Please don't be true. And then he, right after, posts from people around him, I can't believe this. So when I hear OD, because I haven't followed and I know it's a thing now. Some of the people in class, some of my moderators, some of the people who actually I service through the sessions are very, very into watching the trial for Young Thugger and YSL. I had absolutely no interest in it. None. And it's not because I don't like him or I don't like the music. Is that when these individuals have talent and make it out of a specific condition, I don't understand why there is absolutely no one around them to let them know that they have actually won. They've actually made it out of said conditions and kind of cushion them on this very, very hard path to what we as conscious folk know as a better quality of life. So when they get caught up into the criminal aspects and things of that nature, two things: either they really in it, or the Grippergate, the powers that be, the bankers, have lined these individuals up. And at that point, I definitely lose all interest. So I haven't followed the trial, but I'm definitely aware of all the people and the players in it. As always, when we come to class, we have to deal with learning. We have to deal with how is this teachable moment one that we all can absorb and pass on to those within our circle. Because when you in this class, you are not just a student. When you're in this class, you are a teacher as well. You are an educator. Let me make sure that you understand that. There's a difference between a teacher and an educator. And I know I have sort of moved away from elaborating on the difference between the two. I haven't been in these books and giving it to you directly as such as I used to, right? We moved away a little bit because at times it's very hard to digest. But there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between a teacher and an educator. A teacher forces you to take information, to retain information, and many times without thinking. An educator uses dialogue, and in the process of educating, he's also or she's also educated. So therefore, the understanding builds another level of consciousness between the two. Okay? So you are educators in this class because we speak very clearly. So the information here is something that you have to move with and pass on. So the teachable moment is something that we always talk about when it comes to the entertainment industry and our people. Our people already are traumatized and are already being their own doctors, and prescribing things for themselves, self-medicating to get them through this existence. So we chuckle about it. We call them custies, fiends, all type of different lingo. You dig? And for some of us, it is a little laughable at times because we are crying inside, not understanding why our people are consistently risking their lives in that way. It's just, we can't absorb it and be in a space of sadness and being overwhelmed. You understand? So we do make light of it. However, we do understand that we're dealing with a young generation of addicts that are addicted to all type of drink and smoke and inhalants. And we have to deal with it, or else, man, I can only imagine how many that we've already lost who aren't named famous as a rich homie Quan. Man, listen, I can tell you right now, there was a space of time in East New York right before and just after the pandemic, right? Where people were dropping like flies in East New York. And a lot of people, may have shielded their belief because they wanted to be sheltered from the reality that a lot of people were getting high. And we had several people found in bathtubs, in staircases, all around. We just seen somebody, next thing you know, they're pulling them up out of there. I'm telling you, the problem of addiction is heavy. Heavy. And it's at a point now where people shrug their shoulders. I'm telling you, I literally watched it because of how we ran this household as a family during that space. I was the only one leaving the house. Yeah, for about the first year and a half, just me making all the store runs, doing everything. So I witnessed nobody in the streets like Vanilla Sky. I witnessed the homeless population literally running the streets. Nobody was outside. You understand? And then I witnessed when they opened up and saw how everyone was all of a sudden an instant alcoholic. Everybody's drinking. And then when they really opened up, we started getting the firsthand knowledge, right? The firsthand knowledge that everything, okay? Everything started moving differently. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. FTK, EP, DK, Rich Homie Quan's family tells TMZ Hip Hop they are shattered and heartbroken by his sudden demise. No cause of the demise have been reported, and they're desperately searching for answers. Thank you. That's much appreciated. Okay? And it it was different. T.C. Harris, I'm an essential worker, homeless, took over the train. So yeah, everything. But people, because of the fear mongering and what was going on up here, like I always say, guard your mind. They was up in your ear. You need this, you need that, this, that. Man, people was doing everything, burning onions and all type, boiling this and sniffing that and everything. Bleach this, do that. It was just madness. And in that madness, people self-medicated. It got to be too much. So then people started drinking heavily. People began to smoke heavily. Again, it is a lot for people who may already have been struggling with a lot of different issues, layered issues, to have gone through that unassisted. Remember, you ain't going to no doctor's office, dentist, nothing. Everything was shut down. Everything was shut down. So we had to utilize, and many people fell back on their previous coping mechanisms. You understand? And it took a toll. And while we were doing that to ourselves, the older generation, nobody was paying attention to the kids. Nobody. Now mind you, certain elements of commercial rap, remember, everything was Molly, perp, this, that, the third. And they created a generation of addicts. Okay? A generation. Odd one, you trying to quit drinking now? I salute you. You need to stop that. Okay? So, if we find out that he has indeed transitioned from an OD, right? There were other reports saying that some of the family members said he had a bad pill and all. Like, the news keep coming in, which is why a lot of times I pause before I engage in a story. But this need to be said regardless whether it was him and that was the reason, or any of the other young folks, because again, it's out there. I was thrown off today by, for some reason, me witnessing several people smoking cigarettes. You know, and for a lot of people, they shrug it off and think, but me, I'm like, smoking cigarettes is so 70s, so 80s, early 80s. Like, what are we doing? We already know this. So when I see young people, what do we do? So I say that because in the same few steps, I see somebody nodding. So I always have to use what I witness and put it in my practice and say that regardless of what we're going through, we have to want to be here. If we're not here, then there's no telling, right? We don't know. We don't know what happens when people transition. We don't know if they have any type of cognitive awareness of what is here and what is not. We don't know. And because we don't know, some people have indifference to it, to being here or not. That is a piece of the trauma that comes along when you are not feeling your best, when you are making an attempt to measure your success by the white standards that have been set. That is part of the defeatism, right? I always say, I'm going to always be me. You're never going to count me among the broken men, to quote George. Okay? Never. Because wherever I'm at, I'm fighting, I'm militant, I'm in it. Other people not so much. Y'all hear me? I'm still here. Let me know if I'm still here. Y'all got me? Classroom assistants. Let me get some. Let me get some hearts. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So other people struggle. Now, whether they were introduced to narcotics, introduced to weed, introduced to alcohol by way of their environment, their conditions, their family, or by a friend, when they begin to lose control over that which they have become attached to, in 2024, anything can happen. Like I said, not so much. In the 70s, you smoke, okay, you may get cancer. Right? Alcohol, you become a lush. For many years, decades, no one believed that weed, marijuana, was addictive. Right? We can't get addicted to weed. This is what was the talk. But as the years and the decades went on, and the struggles became immense, and those who are hidden began to utilize everything that they could to go against the people, from food to air to, damn it, prices on gas and electricity. They began to tamper with the things that people use to self-medicate. So now the weed is synthetic with additives. The alcohol is synthetic with additives. And I don't even want to think about what's in the tobacco. You understand? I'm telling you, we should be very careful. Now, when we move and we speak and we talking about politics and, who's doing what, who voting for who, who's this, who's that, how we moving, I want people to really just sit back and try to go back to about 2014. When they was talking about our enemies, and they brought up China. Okay? And China said, I got something for y'all. I'm going to unleash. And we're going to show the country, we're going to show America how we really get down. I think that a lot of people forgot that they said that they was going to flood the country with old fen. And I don't know if y'all hip or not, but that was done. And they continuously do it. This is not a game. And whether it's them doing it directly, or because they own so much land and resource in other countries, that they're utilizing other countries as mules to get here. And at that point, I really had no concern, right? Because I'm making sure that me and mine don't indulge in any of that. We don't get down like that. And definitely not melanated people, right? We had certain pockets of melanated people that like that H, that like to be, bent up and bent over, but that wasn't really a thing of, we kind of moved past that. However, that old fen is everywhere. It's in the weed. It's in the coke. Yeah. For all we know, it might be in the damn strawberries. Because odorless is tasteless. You understand? And for all we know, regardless of how many custies we know are O-phase, they'll sacrifice their own to get a bunch of us. So what we know, they may be letting it in. But what I do know, that there is a correlation between the music industry, Black Hollywood, and what our people perceive to be okay. And the messages in the music, the messages on film, right? Because we're no longer reading, everybody's watching. Everyone's a voyeur. These messages allow our people to have an indifferent attitude when it comes to getting high. So if this happened to have taken this young man's life, man, what a teachable moment it should be. Now, we already know our generation is not paying attention to their health because, damn it, we've been losing them left and right. What, again, no cause of death reported. You dig that? That's what we've been going through. So for us, this has to be a teachable moment. For our youngins, this has to be a teachable moment. You dig? It has to be. We have to be in a space where we're learning from this. So I definitely need all of you. Talk to your young people. Talk to your family members. And I don't mean talk at them, blaming them, telling them. But if you are able to have some type of discussion with somebody and you can help them get up out of some type of addiction, man, what a great service you will be. Because it's hard, the struggle is real. And if you have difficulties, again, I'm telling you, book an assessment. This is what I do. Got classmates right now that give me the days, how many days and months that they've been clean, dealing with me. Straight up. We're not going to act like it. They understand when we talking about custodies and somebody crunching on it. No offense. They don't take offense. They know and understand. Okay? Because sometimes the talk has to come and has to come very raw. But if you're not equipped to deal with it and you yourself are triggered by it, or you yourself happen to be an enabler of somebody that's not sober, allow somebody else to help. You understand? Mars Bars, 5 days sober. Yes, continue. We salute and clap and applaud that. Trust, we got people in here, man. We got people in here was a year sober clean, fell off the wagon, then had to get back on, and now they might be at 9-10 months clean again. It's a struggle, but I'm telling you one thing, you have to want to be here. You have to want to be here because I'm telling you, that next sniff, that next tote, that next drinky drink, man, it could be your last. If I learned anything from the Fat Man Scoop situation, he affirmed something that I always believe. You never know when you out of here. That man was doing a show. Same rhetoric, same call. Man, you getting ready to put your hands up. Out of here. I guarantee you, he didn't wake up that day thinking he was out of here. Almost bet anything on that. You do not wake up and say, yo, I'm out of here today. I'm out of here today. No one does. No one does. So you never know if that next sniff gonna bust your damn heart. Right? You don't know that. You see how Ray Nathan, right? You see what Ray Nathan did, right? Huh? What does Pops do? Ooh, out of here. Now he did something to his Pops. Chinese is doing it. I've watched these kids struggle to get off that weed. And then when they do it, they're like, yo, man. I mean, bugging out, literally tripping. Getting off of weed. Getting off of it. Like, yo, struggle, going through it. I'm watching it. I see it. I deal with the young all day. All day. And one thing from my experience that I tell them, see, y'all ain't doing nothing we didn't do. We had the little yellow tray bags of weed. Dudes is smoking the weed, and nickel bags and the dime bags was the biggest shit people were smoking and all that. Yeah, we seen that. We been through that. And if you sit in a movie theater with a whole bunch of dudes, the guards are smoking and the old timers and old Jesus smoking, they got the whole movie theater, and you catch a contact. Whoa. Yeah. What was then is not now. See, I've been in that stage with first when dudes was coming through. Man, this had to be 2006 and 2007. Dudes was getting all the exotics, right? Shit that when we came up was chocolate tie. Who got the chocolate? He got the hash. Then the exotics, right? Dudes is coming through with the little glass cylinders and all that, and dudes was blowing. Still, you smelt it. Wasn't no contact. Then they started with that loud, right? It stink. You knew somebody who was smoking loud from half a block away. Bringing their kids to school, every loud. But what? No contact. And now with all this other stuff that they got going on, what? Still, no contact for you or I who not smoking. What does that mean? That means this shit is not natural anymore. That means whatever is doing to that individual, right into their system. Something wrong with it. Something is wrong. And when you can't get off of it, yeah. So now y'all gotta ask yourselves, when is that next drag? When is that next pull gonna be my last? You so smart. You so indifferent to who or where or how you getting it from, and trusting individuals who are trusting other individuals who may have a Chinese mercenary or some other Asian mercenary feeding and growing it in something that's going to take you out. That's simple. So now, if the kids are smoking it, what about the older ones? What about the ones who got money? The ones who's running around chasing these pills? And man, at any given time, that these rap dudes are telling you, yeah, pop a pill, perk this and pop that, and yeah, it could be the last time. Now, is it worth it? Is a little bit of relief from what you believe you going through, is it worth your life? Being aggravated over a damn telephone bill, is it worth your life? Being upset because you gave that man some box, he don't think you too hot, is that worth your life? Is that party, yeah, that function, that vacation, that girl's trip, is that little, here girl, take one of these, is that worth your life? Is that really worth you not seeing your children again, your mama again, anybody? You not enjoying your favorite fruit? Is that worth your life? You like tangerines? They sweet to your tongue, go down real nice. Your ass may never have a tangerine again. Is that worth your life? There's absolutely nothing that you cannot get through. I'm telling you, from somebody who was in a cell with no way out, with not a lick of stress, because I was determined to dig a hole. I wouldn't give a damn who said what. I'm not doing 25 joints. Guarantee you that shit. I'm up out of here. With nothing. Not a spoon, nothing, a shovel, nothing. But the determination and the will say tomorrow gonna be better. The next hour gonna be better. I'm here. That has to be enough for you. It has to. You have to want to be here. That should be your trigger. Anytime anybody can put you in harm's way, put your life in danger, that should trigger you to be an automatic soldier. I don't want that shit. I don't need that. I'm here. What? You don't need that drink. You don't need that smoke. You don't need that sniff. You don't. You don't. None of that shit helping at all. At all. And this is the message that we have to get to our young people. I'm serious. If this was his demise, it makes no sense. None. At all. There's always a better way. Always. But we got to work with each other. If you are unable to reach them, let somebody else reach them. But we cannot stop. That's a disservice to us. Because they're going to what? Play his music for the next 2-3 days. Then what? Of course, we'll forget about him, right? I mean, many of us forgot about Fat Man Scoop. Many of us forgot about Mr. C. You understand what I'm saying? Many of us forgot about Chino XL. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's how life is. Our life is compounded with problems and issues and situations and anger and depression and all that. You forget about that. How many forgot about Biz Markie and DJ Polo? How many of us forgot about Gangsta Boo? Who they believe OD'd. So there's no way that anybody from the South should be casually thinking about getting high. You gotta wanna be here. Let me go on. This is what's really giving this a twist. Okay? Shout out No Way. First time here. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being a subscriber. Lil Woody's run as the star witness of the YSL RICO trial came to an end as he was called to the stand yesterday, September 3rd, for the first time. While on the stand, this is from the other day, y'all. While on the stand, the prosecution asked Woody about Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan's relationship. Quote, unquote, yes, no, I don't recall. Did Thug have an issue with Rich Homie Quan bringing members of If Gang to his apartment? The prosecution asked. Instead of answering the question, Woody thought it was a good idea to ask Thug the same question again. Thug, did you have an issue with Rich Homie Quan? He asked before being cut off. This exchange prompted the entire courtroom to let out a few laughs, Thug included. I'm saying, is it funny today? Is it funny today? Again, you can lose your life in many different ways. Yeah. Yeah. How funny is it now? Not funny to me. But this one is still fighting for his life. Right? Hoping that a jury allows him to walk. I wonder what Rich Homie Quan was thinking. Was he fighting for his life? No, really. Because a lot of us don't understand that we do it every day. Every single day. So how can you not be your best? How can you not be on point? If you think that these people are not trying to unalive us every day, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. So how can you not be your best? How can you not be the best soldier for you in your own army? I used to say it all the time. Don't think that dudes wasn't getting high behind the wall. Yeah. Don't think that dudes wasn't ODing in jail. Like a sucker. lying to their family. Yeah, I want to come home. Yeah, I want to get out. Yeah, I want to do for my kids. And OD in a cell like a sucker. Hope y'all don't think ain't nobody is ODing now behind bars. Hope y'all don't think ain't a bunch of conscious and woke people running around getting high. I hope y'all don't think that. Y'all watch a whole bunch of custies on YouTube. Y'all believe every word they say. They ask straight up custies. All right? So again, this is a very impromptu class, but if you need help, if you have anybody that you care for, anybody that you love that is struggling with addiction, don't enable them. Equip yourself. Equip yourself with information. That's what this class is about. I'm not on YouTube to play. I'm not. The path to liberation is steep. It's not a game. Shit ain't a game. Just being black, just having melanin in your goddamn frame, that ain't gonna make you no all-star liberator. Nah. No, we have deep root. I'm in the work. I'm in it every day. Ground level. Solo, independent, no 501c3. None of that. I don't get shit from the government. I don't get shit from old phase. No. This is what I do right here. And everything I get, I put back out. I'm at ground level. I see our people condition. I'm not here to front and play. Tell you everybody's a king and a queen and y'all gonna walk and we gonna be liberated and we gonna do this and do that. Hell no. I see crackheads, custies, dope fiends, pill heads, weed, smuts, snitches, rats every day, all day. All day. I'm by no means romanticizing what we got to do. But I'm built for it. Don't know about the rest of them. We got work to do. Put that drink down. Put that smoke down. Deal with yourself. And get some counseling. Get that help, man. For real. You could do it. You could turn it around like this. I'm telling you. In 90 days, you can be right and exact. Just like in 90 days, your ass could be on the street. Either or. Either or. But I encourage you, if you are around somebody who needs that assistance, that extra boost, you'll get them some help, man. Don't let them go out like a sucker. For real. And talk to them. And let them know, like, nah, don't enable them. Tell them, yo, you going out like a sucker. That's your story. You about to go out like a sucker. Mm-hmm. And as always, classroom assistants, much appreciation for y'all holding it down like y'all do on the regular. My classroom assistants got their weight up. Trust and believe that. The best assistants I've seen on any of these platforms. Okay? Make sure y'all come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Make sure that. And to Rich Homie Quan's family, to Rich Homie Quan's friends, to Rich Homie Quan's fans, and all them youngins that's under them and listen to their music or grew up to the music and bang, please, man, stay clean, stay sober. That's the only way you're going to be able to get through what you're getting through. You have to be able to think. If you cannot think, if you cannot process, because you are under the spell of some damn drug or some alcohol or somebody's tart ass, man, you're going to keep having them problems. Come up out of that. Snap out of that. Get healthy. Soldier up. You can do it. You dig? You can do it. And yo, 55 gang, man. Get y'all grades up. Get y'all grades up.